And
All right. The trio is back.
Been a while.
Boys
The
are back in
boys are back.
town.
The boys are back. Hey, Red Sox
Yeah.
are up 4-0 too, by the way.
There
It
you
took a
go.
while.
Take down the East.
Brad,
Cheers.
how you been, man? I know it's been a while since you've been able to make time for the podcast. I have the same difficulties. But
Hey, I made it back
You know
last
what?
week, but yeah,
Without me,
football
right.
season's back, so I'm back. You know, you
Dude.
kind of just make it work with work,
Yep.
I guess.
Don't give him this bullshit. I'm a married man, okay? I had to go to a Backstreet Boys concert. Listen, you
Yeah.
want to talk about he's a busy man. Dude, I got so much going on in my life, and you want to talk about Brad being busy. I mean, dude, a family man. I mean, I gotta run a house. I'm a dog dad. I got a lot going on here,
Yeah.
and so I'd appreciate it if you could be
Are you
like,
saying
Jimmy,
you're
I'm
running the
glad.
house? I thought you were gonna announce the kid was coming.
No, just calm down with that shit. Don't do that. No, we're not gonna do it. No, but I mean, dude,
Laundry,
insulting.
dog,
What's I
mowing
gonna
the
do?
lawn no longer
laundry.
exists.
The
Yeah.
laundry. Well, there's a trick to the laundry. Matt, you want to inform
You
him?
gotta,
Move it
Because,
to a
you gotta
closet.
empty out the lint remover.
dude, there's a lint
Not
thing.
learned this recently that you have to empty the lint out of the dryer.
It's very
when you
fucking
do a load of
important,
laundry.
You
Brad.
and I have
Because
never talked about this. We talked about this at your dad's house. Your dad talked to you about this because you
I'm
said
not
how you
buying
could
it,
burn
dude.
the house down. Yeah.
I'm not buying it.
How
I'm not buying it. But
the
it's a
whole
house
time you
kids
guys have
know.
lived there, you've never changed the lint trap on the dryer?
It was recently. Her mom was the informant.
Holy
And-
shit.
I mean,
I was
Holy
surprised.
shit.
like
I
you
told
would
him I
have
learned
that.
it when I was like 15 years old, somewhere in
Yeah,
that range.
yeah. Dude, my dad would have
Yeah.
freaked out. Oh man, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's important, and you got to know this kind of shit. So that's the little things that I'm saying. So you want to address Brad not being around?
Lesson learned for the
I
new
got-
house, huh?
I got lint rollers. I got fucking all these traps to deal with, and Brad's here. So congratulations, and
Hey,
Matt's here.
we
You
made
guys
it.
can make it work in your
Yeah,
busy damn
New
schedule.
laptop. Man,
Winning $5,000
$5,000.
in fucking Vegas, where odds, and that's why he went on a vacation. He went on a damn sabbatical.
That's how it's
Off
supposed
And
to
I
be.
went on a
Sabbatical,
mission
yeah.
in
Yeah,
Vegas with
yeah.
the roulette tables. I had to have put in like 24 hours at the roulette table in like 3 days, right?
I would say that. Yeah,
Came
every
out
time
on
I
top.
walked by,
That's usually not the
Wouldn't be the
success,
table
but-
people would recommend to
Yeah.
spend
But-
that amount of time out.
So couldn't
Now-
you probably just come in and put it all on black or red and called it a day at that point?
Well, I mean, that's your choice. I was betting my lucky numbers, came out on top.
dude, I walked down there, and I'm telling you, man, it was I was like, man, where's Matt at? Like, I was like, it's kind of late, dude. And I was like, man, he must be doing good, because if he's not up here yet, and I walked down there, and Matt's got a stack in front. and then next to that, he had probably like 12 $100 chips, which, I mean, when you're putting a couple hundred on the table, dude, that's a lot of money. Yeah. And at that point, and that was the night before, man. That was like the night we got there.
Yeah, I had been hanging in there ahead all weekend a little bit, and I was
The only
playing
time you
the
did bad
house
was when I was next to you, man. I just can't sit by you at the table anymore. Because like the first,
I mean, you play your blackjack, I play my roulette.
It kind of works that way a lot. I feel like gambling.
Yeah.
That you're not going to win all on the same table.
Yeah. Not everybody
Yeah.
can do good at the same time, right?
yeah, that was a good Warthog. We wish, next year you got to make that one work. Dude.
Yeah,
That's a good tradition that we.
It's
got
a fun
going.
way to spend week one of the NFL. In
Yeah,
Vegas.
dude. The pool at the Flamingo was popped. It was a lovely facility, and there were women everywhere.
Yeah,
I'd be down to get to another game. That's a cool stadium. out
Yeah.
there.
I'd agree.
No.
I don't even know I don't remember even if Vegas played at home week one.
And I don't know if you'd really want to screw with it. You know,
Once
if you're
they
only
have
there-
the baseball stadium, I think that'll be even better, dude. That'd be cool because you could
Yeah.
get in there and do like a Friday night baseball game.
or even a
Right.
day game, but you got college too to
Yeah.
gamble on.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, so anyway, I have the hardest life, and you should be thankful that I'm here and I can make this
Yeah,
work.
we
So I
appreciate
just
it.
wanna
Yeah, thanks for
appreciate
making
that.
the time for it.
The
man.
the anchor of the
No, I appreciate
podcast.
Well, I kind of felt like because I was being left out, and I got as a married man, I got a lot going on, bro.
All right. So
Too much.
do we
All
want to just
right.
like kind of recap the first? I have some questions I'm going to ask, whether you're in or out on some kind of like overreactions to the first 3 weeks.
Out on Danny Dimes because I know it's coming.
Yeah, but that's question number one. You can be out on that. But before we even get into that, I just want to touch base on all three of our teams. You got the Broncos at 1-2, the Ravens at 1-2, and the Buccaneers at 3-0. Feeling okay about your teams? I still feel okay about all of our teams. I'm not like that worried. I feel like they're all playoff teams.
It's interesting.
Not that worried. Any concerns on making the playoffs? I say the Broncos, have to be the most concerned on them making the playoffs because of their division. And Bo Nix has looked probably a little bit worse than last year in 3 weeks. Is that a stretch? I don't think
he didn't throw a touchdown until week 4 last year.
Yeah, it was rough last year, slow start.
So,
but
I mean,
I think I agree with you, Matt. They're all probably playoff teams. At this point, I think Ravens and Broncos, if they make it, at this point, there's a lot of holes that it's just a really good team's going to pick them apart still. Yeah. I think the Broncos with RJ Harvey, at least, you got something to like look at offensively, where the Ravens, it's like, where do you turn?
Well, the Ravens offense has been fine. It's more like the Ravens defense, I feel like should be solid, but then you turn around and look and they're always giving up like 30 points.
Well, and they're hurt again already. They bring in Jair Alexander and he played week 1.
He was a no decision, no start. Coach
been a healthy scratch. Yeah.
So what's up with that?
Namdi is maybe out for the year at this point. So they lost Van Noy. You're just seeing some injuries with veterans, and it's not a good defense for whatever reason. The only way they win
are there, but you can't see it on the field.
Like we haven't seen it for a while. I know last year they put up big numbers, but also if you look at a lot of those games, the Ravens jumped on teams, and when you're up 17-3 at the end of the first, that's a lot easier for a defense to navigate than when you got to deal with the whole offense essentially.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's get into it. Again, these are overreactions. These aren't like rational statements. These are overreactions, and you got to tell me whether you guys are buying in or you're out. Question number 1. Colts have been off to a hot start. Daniel Jones has looked as good as he's ever looked, including his college career.
Big money.
After the Colts
on Danny Dimes.
After the Colts' hot start, will that team win at least one playoff game? Are you in or out? Todd's out.
I'm out.
Make some sort of statement. Back it up with why. Is it just Danny Dimes? You think it's fraudulent?
I mean, they're playing great right now. I think it's just really early in the year. Weird things happen in the NFL early in the year. There's been years where we're like wondering what is wrong with the Chiefs, and I'm hoping something is, and then they go and they win. At the end of the year, 8 in a row and win the Super Bowl. The Eagles last year, people were doubting them down like they were like 1-2 or whatever the fuck, and they won 15 in a row or 18 out of 19 and won the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So I think it's early in the year. Now they've played well. They're running the ball really good. They have a good mix, and I like Pittman. I like their offense, but I just think as far as the Broncos game is concerned, it was an early in the year game. Bo did miss throws last week against the Chargers, which could have won us the game right off fingertips. But the game was lost when Hufanga slammed Keenan Allen down on 3rd and 8, and we were going to have him fourth down. Yeah, that was where that game was. But in terms of that, I don't see them winning a playoff game because I think by that time, all the AFC teams will be in a better spot. Unless they run into the Chargers, who always fail.
I don't disagree with you there. There's not going to be an easy walkover playoff win for anybody in the AFC.
If we ran into them again, I would feel confident that the Broncos could match up well, if not beat them.
Right.
We should. We just don't have it figured out. We don't know how to win. So
the only counterpoint I'll offer is I think they will make the playoffs, no doubt, just because the AFC South, other than them, has looked so shaky. The Jags have been okay, but I'm really not sold on the Jags wins through the first 3 weeks. The Texans have looked worse than anybody could have guessed.
They've had bad years.
CJ Stroud, we thought he was going to be a top like 7 to 10 quarterback before the start of last year, and now CJ just doesn't. It just doesn't look good, man. It really does not look good.
Before I
defense is
get to
good,
Brad
though.
on that,
The Texans defense is fine, but if you can only score like 10 points, you're not going to win games.
the Colts also beat the Titans and the Dolphins.
Yep, it's a good point.
That is like, I mean, I know the Broncos are thrown in there, and again, we flopped. Like I don't think we had them punt one time, so we played like shit. But because we didn't do a pod last week, so we didn't really like cover it. But yeah, I think
you think Colts can't win a game, or because I feel like they're not a weak team. It's just that offense doesn't scare me. Like if you shut down Jonathan Taylor,
make Danny Dimes beat you.
Who's going to beat
really make Daniel Jones beat you?
I'm telling you, dude. It's early in the year, and the one big game that you would say, like they beat the Broncos, but are the Broncos that good? And then you look at it, and they beat the Titans and the Dolphins. Right. The Dolphins are I mean, if we were at some point, Matt, we had talked about doing coaches that are going to be on the chopping block. And I was like, he's got to be.
McDaniels has got to be top of the list for first starter. So it sounds like you're both like mostly out on the Colts winning a playoff game.
Yeah.
Right. Brad, you're not, like you said, they have a chance, but if you had to lean one way or another, you're on the out.
Yeah, I feel like they paid a lot of guys on the defense, but like outside of Jonathan Taylor, who scares you on that offense? Maybe that rookie tight end, Warren.
Yeah. I mean, they have good receivers.
Right. But I just think Pittman one-on-one, do you really, I don't know. He doesn't, he's steady. He's I think Cortland Sutton's a better number one than Mike.
Ask the house.
By a pinch, Brad, I'd take Sutton over Pittman.
But not a lot, but if you got a big body receiver, I'll take Cortland.
Yep. Okay. Let's move along here. After the first 3 weeks, is Justin Herbert a legit MVP candidate? He's leading the league in passing.
What the fuck is this game, man?
He's leading the league in passing. He's got every touchdowns, 1 interception.
Danny Dimes,
3-0. If the Chargers end up like 13-4, he's gonna be in the mix if he's healthy. Like it's not only stats for MVP. It's like your team needs to win like 13 games or in that range. You need to be a number 1 seed or a number 2 seed for you to even win MVP, and you have to play quarterback because no non-quarterback has won this award in like 20 years. I don't know the exact number, but it's a quarterback award at this point.
You think they're going to keep throwing the ball that much?
Oh, we got a lot of
comments. I do because I think Herbert's that good. I think Herbert's that good that you want him throwing the ball.
I think he's good, but with the head coach and OC, I don't see them throwing the ball this much.
I forgot to
because they kind of were playing it on a 50-50
You got a few comments coming.
Yeah.
All right, Jimmy, you keep track of the comments. I'm full screen.
No, I'm sorry. I was like, I got lost, dude. No one ever watches.
Super chat.
But Herbert, MVP.
Yeah,
Todd, where are you
No. Nope. It'll go to probably Nick Bonito or like I would say if not Bo Nix, but
I might kick you off the podcast for 2 minutes for saying Bonito is MVP.
Just wait, dude. He does a lovely job, and he's a lovely player. I mean, no, I would be shocked if he won MVP. But that said, I'm trying to think right now who would be like the dude, and I don't know.
Well, I Josh Allen, right?
The obvious other answers are Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. And if you look at
Lamar,
if you look at Lamar's stats, he has thrown 9 touchdowns.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Like I said, you need to win like 13
most
games
valuable player. Yeah, you got to be
for this award. You need to have one of the best records for you to be considered as
and I'm
most valuable player.
Sick of Lamar, man. But I think Herbert. I mean, that would just piss me off. The next time Harbaugh does a thing where he punches him, he should just knock him the fuck out, like before the thing starts. Like just like boom, and just stick him in the face.
Headshot.
That'd be great. Yeah,
punch him back. Yeah.
I always think they could do that in a Family Guy episode. Like, all right, Chris or whatever the kid's name is. Like, I'm getting you ready for football, and he just double takes and then boom hits him. That's what Harbaugh does. But no, I would. What do you think the odds are on Herbert to win?
I think he's second in the odds, behind Josh Allen. I think he's plus 500 right now to win MVP.
I would have put him top 5 probably.
It's not a bad bet, but
leading the league in passing.
Yeah, no, I trust me.
But,
I'm aware of.
And I just thought he like I've been on this dude's like I've been backing this dude for years.
What were you gonna say?
I've been riding his nuts for years.
There you go. That was it. Let's just be real with it.
Because like the eye test, he's passed it like since he was a rookie, and now to finally like see kind of the team fill out around him and like the receiver Quentin Johnson finally catching the ball instead of just dropping it every other time he throws them. Like
Keenan Allen looks good.
It could be Herbert's coming out party for like joining the crew of Allen, Lamar, Mahomes, Burrow. Like I feel like Herbert is potentially in that class just from watching him. I feel like he's there.
I mean, he is, but I don't know. He gets flimsy, so it hurts his wrist.
Let's see how he does in
Didn't they blow like a 30-point lead to the Jags in the playoffs one year?
Kind of. I mean, that takes a lot of people to blow that type of lead in the playoffs. But they basically tried to run out the clock in the second half in that game, and the Jags kept scoring, and the Chargers gave up.
I mean, Jags.
Yeah, again, I mean that's
okay.
Speaking in the past. I've been waiting for this to happen. I feel like the time has come.
Who would you rather have, Herbert or Jalen Hurts?
Really, for me, it's Herbert. It's Herbert.
Yeah,
Jalen Hurts.
Outside of being being sucked into this,
if you make Hurts have to beat you and they can't run the ball, he can't. If you make Herbert have to beat you throwing the ball, Herbert can do it.
Did you see? Wait, whoa! You said that when
don't bring up the 40-0 Super Bowl because they could do anything they wanted in that game. He didn't.
Yeah,
Jalen Hurts didn't.
Against the best defense in the league. What are you talking about?
How about the other Super Bowl?
Back-to-back Super Bowls?
Hey, how about the other Super Bowl against the same team where they forced him to throw the ball and
they put up 35 points in that game?
He didn't win.
What are you talking about?
How about
they shredded them? They whooped their ass. What are you?
Hasn't Herbert kind of been here before? He's had a hot couple games. And
I don't think to this extent.
And we all talk.
I don't think to this extent.
And we all talk about all the physical tools are there and this and that. Yes, but it's still an offense that up until now likes to run the ball. And they had a lot of weird stuff with the running back situation. They thought they'd have that 50-50 split with the rookie and with Najee. Najee, didn't miss a game in like 5 years with the Steelers, then blew up his eye and tore his Achilles in 5 weeks. Yeah.
I don't think that's like a detrimental loss for them. They got the rookie Omari.
I think it changed their identity early on. I don't think that's who they're going to be the whole season.
Well, I mean, he is gone for the season. But what I would say, if we're going to be critical about Herbert, late game, like clutch.
I'm not critical. He's a good player. He's a good player.
He hasn't been like real clutch, like pulling off late scoring drives. I want to see them be behind in a few games over the next handful of weeks and him have to he did it against the Broncos, but that's one.
I was going to say that they're all against us.
We've seen him fail in those spots a lot more than he's come through. I want to see him come through in those spots more where they need to score late and Herbert.
Next time you're on his dick, you should tell him that and like whisper it in his ear really sweet, like softly. Yeah. Shout out to Andy too. Andy's back. Andy Bowen. And
Andy's in the chat. Hey, Andy.
Yeah, Andy Bowen's in there. We got Ava's in here too, which is cool. But so we got to keep our PC going.
So you're both out on Herbert as an MVP, a legit MVP candidate.
Give me ask the question another month, and we'll
You're on. Let me get in or out. You're on.
I'm not because Harbaugh is good, man. I mean, he almost had, Alex Smith was and Kaepernick those years, and then Kaepernick couldn't do shit after that. So he's created.
Yep.
It would be a credit to Harbaugh. It would not be a credit to Herbert.
He wins everywhere he goes. Okay. How about this one? Again,
and my mom. And
again, these are overreactions. These aren't meant to be rational statements. I just need to know if you're in or out. NFC North team will be in the Super Bowl. An NFC North team will be in the Super Bowl. So mainly what I'm saying is either the Lions or the Packers are going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. You could maybe say the Vikings are like a super long shot, but Lions and Packers have had really hot starts. I know the Packers tripped up against the Browns last week, but an NFC North team in the Super Bowl, are you in or out?
I'm in.
You're in? Brad's in? And is it more Lions or Packers, Brad? Lions?
Heart says Lions. I think the Packers, though.
Packers are a strong team, too. I know that's
there's a little bit of that weird, just, cyclical shit with the NFL. Packers, anytime they've traded for a big, like last time, Reggie White, they won that immediate year. I'm not comparing Micah to that, or,
But it's a big ad.
It's a big change. But we've never seen Jordan Love. It's kind of the same thing. Like, I'm not comparing him to Herbert, but a guy that arm talent's crazy, but I'm not ready to say he's a playoff quarterback.
Yeah, haven't seen a lot of like big moment plays from him. And even when the Packers have won playoff games with Jordan Love, like they wiped out the Packers last year, you haven't seen Jordan Love like in real crunch time moments where you know whether you can trust him or not. Wouldn't you say? Like
he had that stretch. I think it was 2 years ago, and he beat the Cowboys. They beat him up pretty good, and he was looking real nice that year. But I haven't seen him. Just like Goff, though, I don't know. Goff went to a Super Bowl with the best offense in the league at the time, and I know it was against Belichick, but he put up 3 points or whatever it was against them, and he missed a wide open receiver in the end zone, and we've seen him flounder. I mean, you guys went in there and beat him in the playoffs last year, and that's the fucking Bucks, right? So it's like, no, but
we didn't quite get the Lions in the playoffs last year. We had them on the ropes. Yeah,
right on. Okay,
yeah.
But yeah, I thought. I mean, I still think I don't know, something about the Eagles, man. So it'd be hard to say that they got to beat them because the Ravens can get got right now, and they did. The defense hasn't played what they should be playing. And I don't know, or like when you think about the Ravens, you don't think about them losing a game like that to the Lions. You think that is a game that the Lions will lose. It was an impressive win for the Lions, but still the Lions gave up all those points too, and that's their issue. Like the issue isn't their offense. Their offense is great. They have they probably have the best 1-2 punch in the league, right? Running back. I mean, maybe
I think so.
I
think so.
I don't know if there's a better one.
I don't think there is.
Yeah, and then you have Jameis. Like you have a lot of threats out there, and Goff can throw it. But when it comes
if Goff is protected, he can do his job just fine.
And last year, if Montgomery hadn't gotten injured down the stretch in the playoffs, like who knows what they would have been, because it could have been different style games and all that kind of shit. But because Washington was who got them, I was thinking the Bucks, but red team.
If we just focus on the NFC teams that are like either strong contenders or somewhat contenders, the top 3 has got to be Eagles, Lions, Packers, right? So
what happened?
2 out of those 3 are from the NFC North, and then like in the kind of like on deck circle or the Buccaneers and the Rams, right? I don't think you could put any other team in the top 5 of the
Washington.
NFC.
You could have Washington there.
I guess so. Based on
the NFC Championship.
I can't completely disagree with you. I don't like what I've seen from that team this year, but like I can't disagree with you just because Jaden Daniels, like we saw him do it in the playoffs last year and almost get him there. So I can't completely disagree with you.
I think right now they're just being smart with like, hey, we're in the NFC South or East, and we can throw around a game or 2. If we lose a game, we're gonna be okay because the Cowboys and all of them are shit too. Like, you know what I mean? The Eagles obviously, but you still can get wins when you have to play those other shit teams.
Yeah. So maybe you throw Washington into that Rams Bucks category. I
would have them right in there. Yep. No.
I'm hard not to.
The Packers are kind of in there.
I don't like the Rams, but I still trust the Rams as a legit contender because McVay, as much as I hate him, is one of the best coaches in the NFL. And then if Stafford's healthy and he's got Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua, McVay knows how to scheme up the run game. The defense is solid, if not good.
Let's figure it out.
That team, if that team in the playoffs, nobody's gonna feel comfortable beating the Rams in the playoffs. It's just that kind of team.
No, I wouldn't want to play them. I mean, even the way they played the Eagles was a game that was.
So it sounds like on that one, you guys are kind of Brad's in. Jimmy, you're at least halfway in on either the Lions or the Packers. representing the
I would be
NFC.
higher on the Lions, and I'd be higher on the Packers than the Lions. I
Okay.
think they're more, definitely.
All right,
And
let's
I
move
got
it along.
fucked by the damn Packers last week.
All right, Brad, let's go to you on this one first. After the kind of tough start, the Ravens will still win the AFC North. They play the Chiefs this week. You know that. So there's at least a outside chance they win. They go 1-3. But I asked this question because I don't see a better team in their division. Whether they get slipped up enough to not win enough games to win that division, I don't know. What's your take?
Division's a lot weaker than we thought as of now. Yeah, I think
the Burrow injury primarily.
Yeah. I was all in. I thought since he would take a step, kind of having a bit of a run game figured out, and they're lost. And is Browning hurt now too?
I have not. That would be news to me if he was.
I thought he got banged up, but yeah, Rodgers doesn't look anything special with Pittsburgh. It's not the division right now that we expected. So it's more just they're the best of a crappy division right now.
Yeah, and they could, even if they start 1-3, we've seen Lamar run off like 8-9 wins in a row. So if I were to be asked this question, I'd be in that the Ravens are still winning the.
Yeah, I'm not real. I mean, Chiefs are good. Just I would have been more worried about last week's matchup with Detroit than the Chiefs this week, regardless of what our record was.
I'd agree with you, and we're going to be making picks on 5 games later on. The Ravens Chiefs is one of the games we're going to be picking. I won't spoil my pick now, but Jimmy, you have any concerns about the Ravens winning the North?
Yeah, their defense is bad. But I think they'll win. I guess I would say they win.
You can't see a team that would take it from them, kind of
No,
thing.
the Steelers are still tough though. Like I think that even though they're 2-1, right? And like they're playing good, like they're annoying. And I think Jalen Ramsey's made a huge impact there. So like it'll be the same shit every year that we deal with that division. And it's a tough division. Even though they haven't looked like no teams look great, they just beat the Packers, who people were saying were like Super Bowl contenders going into that game, and then they like shut them down. Like the Packers, I had them in that Survivor pick, dude, and they looked like shit in that game. Like it looked like one of those games when you pick a team and you watch it and you're like, man, they're gonna lose today. Like
even when they're up 10-3 or whatever, you're like
10-0. And I was like, this is bad, dude. Yeah, it's too close for a shitty team. And I think the defense for the Browns is a little bit underrated too. I think like I think they plan for their division. So like that division's always going to have a couple teams take one from the other. And then with Joe Burrow out, I think the Ravens win it, but I think the Steelers will be right there. I think they'll be like fighting for it.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like the Steelers, they haven't had a quarterback and they've made the playoffs the last like 3 years.
Yeah, I know you got that bet with Seahawks that the Steelers will have a winning.
That's kind of what I'm going with.
However many
I need them to do it, or else I'm going to have to call my mom and cry.
All right. Well, we'll talk more about the Ravens when we get to that Ravens-Steelers game, or I'm sorry, Ravens-Chiefs game when we're making our picks. Let's move it along. I got one more here, and I'll admit, this is a homer question, but Emeka Egbuka will win Rookie of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year. I haven't seen a rookie that really is like quite as productive. I really haven't.
There's not a quarterback.
There's not a quarterback there this year, and there's not another skill position that's really popping off.
Jackson Dart?
Yeah, I don't on that team. Could you really see it?
Nah,
what would it take?
He's got to be crazy favorite at this point.
Egbuka?
Yeah.
Egbuka probably is the favorite at this point. I did not check the odds on this. I'd imagine he's the favorite. He's got 3 touchdowns in 3 weeks, 14 catches, 187 yards. If you project those stats out.
Are you looking at those, or do you know that?
No, I got to memorize, man. I'm looking
at you. What the fuck, dude? He's like 14 catches, 130. It could have been 18, but you got to.
Looking at his fantasy roster.
Yeah.
He's on 2 out of my 3 fantasy teams. If it
Hey,
wasn't
Mark's
for,
the best fantasy player in our league, by the way, and Jonathan
well,
Taylor's the best
maybe
running back.
maybe he is through the first 3 weeks. We'll see how that plays out, guys.
September, yeah.
Mark's hyped up through 3 weeks of his
We
fantasy
love it.
team.
Nice.
Last week through 3 weeks, I think he was ready to quit
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah.
I told
Let's
him
let it play out.
this
all
will
right?
make it better at the end when we got to take the money because you're into it for a little bit, so we don't feel so bad that you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You're a part of
I
it.
think I did get
Exactly.
paid for for the championship last year. Everybody except for Kyle, I think, paid me. So
The
Kyle,
commission.
next paycheck comes in.
Kyle, buck
Yeah.
up, dude.
Yep.
Next paycheck.
Yeah. What was the question though?
Emeka Buka. Will he win offensive rookie of the year,
well,
in or out?
Considering the fact that you don't even have the odds prepared of any other player, or like what the hell else I could bet on this? Yeah, you definitely could.
I'm not asking
It's
if
just
he
gonna
could.
be all.
Yeah, who else is even there? Like the Chargers running back, so we circle
Omari
back
and
to Herbert.
Hampton.
Like,
I
another
suppose
one of his
Omari and
guys?
Hampton might be next.
But he wouldn't be. Your boy would have him.
yeah.
Who
He'd be
else
the
would
favorite.
it
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carolina's receiver, McMillan,
Yeah,
No.
T-Mac.
but he's not had the start.
And
The
Bryce,
No.
when you got Bryce Young throwing you the
be?
ball.
Congratulations. 3
Yep.
weeks, just like
So
Mark,
yeah, Herbert's
you
the
have the best.
MVP.
Yeah,
Ibuka's
exactly.
the-
Uh-oh, Todd's getting choppy. Fuck. All right, you're good. You're good.
I'm chubby.
Well, your video got choppy for a second. You're good now.
Nah, yeah, he started getting angry.
Forget I said anything. Anything else? Any like wrap up before we move on to picking games in week 4?
Any Saints trivia?
Oh well, Brad hasn't heard this one yet, so let's hit Brad with the Saints trivia question. So, Brad, Spencer Rattler has 9 career NFL starts. How many wins in his first 9 starts in the NFL? Spencer Rattler.
0.
Got it. Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Winner. He sucks.
That was
Bad
my
team.
answer too for that
Yeah,
one because it was the easiest.
No, it's mainly to troll
Yeah.
Chetty, our friend
Yeah,
that's a
top
Saints
Ched.
fan. Yeah.
Show
so I
off how
come up
good
with-
that division is.
Well, it also does show that, but
Yeah, a
it's
little
mainly
bit.
to show Chetty. It's mainly to just troll Chetty. I come up with trivia questions that the answers make the Saints look really bad. It's a habit I have.
That is not a
Maybe
tough
I'll throw-
one this year.
But 0 for 9, it's tough to not scrape out a win in 9 starts.
One game, also though, I don't even know. Yeah, that team's
Especially if you're starting in the NFC South, right? You probably got a couple
Yeah.
against the Panthers
telling you.
or
You
the
play you
Falcons.
guys for a game, and then Mike Evans gets thrown out because he's playing against anyone on the Saints. And
Well, Lattimore's on Washington now, so
I know,
no
I
longer
know.
a
Thank
problem.
goodness.
And Lattimore kind of hasn't sustained his career once he left the rivalry. Once
Yeah.
he quit the rivalry, as I'd put it.
once he bailed out,
Yeah.
he went to a team that competed for a Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, fuck them Saints.
Keeps forgetting.
beat-
Yeah.
All right. Week 4 picks. Let's start with the Thursday night game. The Seahawks go to Arizona to play the Cardinals. Seahawks are road favorites. Seahawks -1.5. I got an over under a 43.5. Somewhat low number. Makes sense though, based on the teams. Jimmy, let's throw it to you first. Which team?
No, go to the other guy.
Brad, who you got? You can make these. If I'm giving you the odds, you can make these picks live enough.
Give it to me a sec again though,
Yeah.
because I was reading.
Seahawks.
I'm trying to
I-
pull up my
Seahawks. They're
You got Seahawks -1.5.
yeah.
I got
You
the
know-
same. I just, from what I've seen, they're a much better team through the first 3 weeks.
Losing
So
James Conner for the season. For the
yeah,
Cardinals.
like
it's-
how quickly can the Cardinals recover from that, especially against the tough defense in the Seahawks? You're losing one of your. You're losing the guy you give the ball to more than anybody else, right? And then it's
yeah,
a
kind of the
short week,
steadiest part of
Thursday
their
night game.
offense outside of McBride, maybe.
Yep, I like McBride, but
I would take Seahawks minus.
so we're all on board with the Seahawks. Probably bad news for a Thursday night
I
game.
might take that over though.
Really? It's like reasoning 43.5.
I think Seahawks can put up some points.
Yeah.
I don't think Cardinals are that good at all. I think their defense is still pretty lost.
Yeah. Cardinals have a good secondary, like on paper, but Who knows if the Seahawks will even need to throw the ball that much? It could
So
just
do
be
the
a Kenneth
Ravens on
Walker game.
paper.
Right. We see it a lot.
Yep.
All right. Let's move it along quick. Probably the best matchup of all the Sunday games. The Eagles go to Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers.
Chetty's in the chat.
The
Chetty's in the chat.
Oh, did he miss the trivia
Chetty's
question,
bitching.
though?
Hey, he said, can we talk about Drew Brees? Bullshit question. Hey, Chetty, get lost or get a link. You
I'll
can
come up.
on
I'll
and
have to come up
debate your
with a trivia
case, man.
question for
Yeah,
Chetty to answer in the chat. But,
yeah.
yeah, again, best matchup of Sunday, Eagles at Bucks. Eagles are 3.5-point road favorites. The Buccaneers have won this matchup 6 of the last 7 times, including 4 of the last 5 times against Jalen Hurts. The Bucks are banged up. Main concern for me, Bucks offensive line. We're missing at least 3, maybe 4 starters. Because of this, we're switching people from playing center to left tackle. If Tristan Wirfs comes back and can play left tackle, maybe our starting center can move back to center. But it's not a team that's ideal to go against when you're mixing and matching your O-line. So that is something that could potentially screw the game up. I'm not as worried about Mike Evans missing this game. We have Ibuka. We might have Godwin back. If we don't even have Godwin back, there's still wide receivers that are capable, like Sterling Shepard. You got K-Dot at tight end. Plus, we throw the ball a ton to our running backs, both Bucky Irving and Rachaad White. So the weapons are not a problem for the Bucks. It's going to be O-line. If that's our problem, that's going to lose us the game. If Baker Mayfield gets sacked like 5-6 times, that's how we lose. I got Bucks money line this game. Like I said, this is a team we historically own. We're 3-0 at home. We get them again. Go Bucks. Fuck them Birds. I'm done.
Brad, you want to take it?
Man, I don't hate it just because Eagles secondary is pretty banged up.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I might take the over in this one. Stay away from
over.
Trying to pick. Yep.
Over 44 is the number.
Yeah.
You like that? Maybe it finishes 27, 23, something in that range. Hit the over.
I think it's higher than that.
Yeah.
I think the Bucks don't win a lot of low scoring games against good offenses.
Yeah, but are the Eagles a good offense right now? Let me ask you that, because they haven't looked like a good offense through 3 weeks.
It's kind of same thing, new O-line pieces. Same with you're dealing with.
I suppose they're missing at least one offensive lineman right now as well, right?
Yeah.
I can't. Mailatu, maybe. I don't know.
That's a good offense. They always are weird at times, especially to start the year, and then AJ Brown will cry and freak out, and then the offense will whip into shape.
Yeah, and it really didn't whip into shape until that second half against the Rams last week, right? They were down 27-6 or something.
Forced to throw.
Finally started to force them to throw the ball, make Jalen Hurts make some throws, and AJ Brown made a few big plays, won him the game. Jimmy, wipe the fucking smirk off your face. Make your pick on this game.
I don't know if they shouldn't be doing that on TV. I guess they had the rate. Teaser. I like the teaser. You get the Eagles up to 2.5 plus 2.5, and then over 38. I like that.
Okay.
That's my bet on that.
A little teaser bet. Eagles and the
teaser.
over.
Yeah.
A lovely little teaser.
You're saying you don't trust them to win necessarily, but you trust them to score enough points to keep it close. And
I also do worry about Baker because you keep bringing up the O-line, and it's like, dude, that's what the Eagles do well.
Yeah, they got a strong D-line, one of the better ones. Yeah,
and Baker looked awesome last week. Like, I liked it. I know we hyped on Baker for years. You hated on him, so that was what you watched last week was why I liked that dude for that long. Like at Oklahoma and shit, putting the flag down at KU or whatever it was.
At Ohio State. Cool. I think he played in the
Ohio State. Yeah,
beat him on the road. Yeah,
but yeah, I do worry about his because dude, if he keep everyone else is getting banged up, and dude, if he keeps trying to do too much, I don't know. So I worry about his status going forward because I
do as well.
You're more plugged in with Baker, Matt. What's up with that knee, that left knee of his?
He had a 35-yard run last week that should have sealed the game until the blocked field goal. But I'll tell you, I'm not concerned about Baker being hurt. What I am concerned about is because he's having to make a lot of these throws under duress. There, as somebody who's watched every single snap of the Bucs this year, not somebody who's seen like the red zone plays, Baker's thrown at least like 5 balls like in defenders' hands. They've all been dropped. He hasn't thrown a pick yet, but there's been sometimes he tries to force it in there, and like I don't mind it because that's what makes him great at times. Is like he's willing to just like chuck it in and try to fit it into a tight window. But there's been a lot of dropped interceptions. There's also been 2 times he fumbled, and thankfully our offensive line recovered. So like some of those plays that can go the other way have went our way a lot on offense to start the year. And like you just worry, that doesn't happen for a full season.
Yeah.
So what game is that going to be when the luck kind of turns and some of those close plays go the other way?
Probably first time they play the Saints.
Or that means it's your year, though.
Chetty hopes so.
Well, I mean, the Saints don't really have a chance this year. I picked up Seahawks defense last week, and I think they put up 16. They outscored the Seahawks, which was kind of cool.
Have the Saints scored a touchdown this year?
Saints,
That's the trivia question, Chetty. Have the Saints scored a touchdown this year? I can't recall.
He's like, I can't remember, bro. I was hitting someone with my boogie board, and someone else cruising.
Playing golf at a tea time.
At a tea time, bro. We were playing on the beach.
And I had to go surfing,
diving, bro. Shit was
digging all these lacrosse beds. I didn't know what to do.
Dude, water dogs, bro. All about the water dogs, bro. Dude, fuck yeah, bro. From Cali, bro. Yeah.
So I'm behind the Bucs. Brad's on the over. Jimmy's on the Eagles and the teaser. Teaser for the Eagles and the over, which brings the Eagles to plus 2.5. The over down to say 37.5. So nobody's backing the Eagles straight up. You guys like the Bucs this week, or at least you're?
No, I don't. But I'll just I'll take my chances with it.
Okay, wouldn't pick them in Survivor pool.
I mean, they were tight. They were very tight last week, and they happened to pull off one of the crazier wins that I've seen in a while.
Yeah, almost really gave a game away. That we were up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter. Really?
Oh no, I'm saying the Eagles, the Rams-Eagles game too.
Yeah, it was almost like a flip. It was almost like the opposite side. Like the Bucs almost blew a game real bad. The Eagles had to come back from a kind of crazy lead
out of nowhere, dude.
Yeah. All right.
And all the blocked fucking field goals for touchdowns this week. That was crazy.
Yeah. A lot of blocked field goals last week. I hope that doesn't continue because I don't want to be that nervous every time my dude's kicking a fucking 35-yard field goal.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, it happened against the Chiefs last year. Wasn't that the game?
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on.
That's not why I brought it up. I just threw it out there.
Chiefs. Good segue, though, Jimmy. Ravens go to Kansas City to play the Chiefs.
And they win by 30.
The Ravens are road favorites in Kansas City, minus 2.5. Got it over under at 48. We talked about this earlier, Brad. You liked this matchup for the Ravens more so than you did their matchup last week. I agreed with you. I like the Ravens to go into Kansas City and win, especially after a rough Monday night loss against Detroit. I just feel like the Lamar and the Ravens are like resilient enough where after kind of letting the game slip like that, they've looked much better than Kansas City through the first 3 weeks. I'm gonna back the better team that I've seen to this point than backing Mahomes at home, even though it's hard to bet against Mahomes at home. So, Brad, I'm sure you like the same. No?
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be a real pretty game. So if you're feeling it, maybe the under as well. But I don't, is Derrick Henry going to hold on to the ball this week?
Will it even be close enough for like one fumble like that to make it flip from a 1-score back and forth game to a,
We've seen it 2 straight weeks. I think, yes. You turn it over, even a 2-score game, if you turn it over in your end, that's a momentum killer for a team that, kind of the only thing that beats them is their own mistakes most of the time.
Right.
or just letting David Montgomery run up the middle.
Well, and that's what killed him in the playoff game was the fumble by Zay Flowers out of the back of the end zone when he got hit or punched it out
Yeah, reached
as
out.
he was diving in, dude. Yeah,
Right
yeah,
after getting called for a taunting flag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some rough couple
Yeah.
plays.
Dude, you want to talk about a no? Oh my God, that's what makes that Super Bowl this year such a lovely experience. Oh,
Yeah.
what a brilliant, lovely game! Oh, the lovely Eagles flew right over the Chiefs. They don't say Taylor, you're fired.
So, Todd, which way you
so-
lean in this game?
What do
You got a
think,
side?
Matt? I'm gonna go under.
Under
Is that
48?
right
I got
now.
48.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's
yeah,
high.
it's way high.
That's high.
They'll make a 24-23 game. So I'll take. Let's see what the teaser does for me here.
All about the teasers.
All about the teaser.
Got him hooked.
No,
Yeah.
it is one of my favorite things to bet because if you feel good about a certain side,
Yeah.
you can just stack another couple
I
numbers.
didn't mean
on
to do
there.
that, but if
Yeah.
you parlay the Eagles -3.5 and then the over 48 in the Chiefs game and the Ravens,
Talking about a three-way teaser.
Plus
so the
150.
Eagles, if you get
but
the
that's
Eagles
not
on-
even the one I wanted to do, dude. I did not want that one. I hit fucking, and that's how Bovada gets my dumbass. All right, let me tell you something on a side note. The fucking blackjack machine should not let you hit a fucking 21. Because sometimes you're sitting there for a long fucking time and you get a little, you've been out there for
You think that's part of the design, though? That some
No,
people have
yeah,
been sitting
you
there too
dumbass.
long?
Yeah, what
and
if I
now you
could've
hit
told
that
them-
button by mistake?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna hit the service
know?
button and go, hey, I lost a buck because I hit. No. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Do you
Dumbass.
know how to count, idiot?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like,
Did you not hit the screen? Oh,
You
okay.
bet it.
Yeah.
Like you did it, dummy. And so then, just start doing push-ups or something. But so the teaser at under and that minus 120, obviously, but brings it down to under 54. Baltimore plus 3.5. That's the bet right there, man.
You
Yeah.
got a 6-point.
No way the
teaser.
Chiefs are winning by more than 3.5.
Ravens plus 3.5, and then it would bring the total down 6 to 42.
Yeah.
I'm doing math.
54. No.
Under 54 because you're
Under
on the
54.
underside. Okay.
Yeah.
It's got to be more than a 6-point teaser, but I'll play around with Bovada and figure all that out after.
You want to throw $1. I think, Rashad Bateman has like 3 big games a year. I think this could be one of those.
And he's had a good start too, right? He's got at least 2 touchdowns.
Oh,
I've seen on
I
the year,
hate that
right?
guy.
A slow
Let me tell you
start,
something.
but it's just
Zay Flowers.
that's an
No.
annoying offense for fantasy football, but I do think Rashad might have a big one this week.
I
Okay.
hate that because I don't know which number any of the receivers are because none of them are good.
Rashad Bateman's
time one of them-
7.
So it's
I'm
kind of
not-
Zay's the little guy,
Okay.
single digits. Bateman's the tall guy, single
Let me
digits.
tell you something. Every time one of them catches a pass, 80% of America's going, oh, yeah, no, it's not my
Mhm.
guy.
Yeah.
Because they wear shitty,
Okay.
dumb black uniforms.
Unless it's Andrews.
We got one more game to pick, and this is kind of a fun one because Micah Parsons is on Green Bay going back to Dallas. So this is Sunday Night Football. Green Bay Packers at Dallas Cowboys. Packers are big road favorites. I didn't write the line down, but I think it was -6 or -7. Let's call it -6.5 for the sake of picking. I feel like that's a safe number. I'm going over-under was 47 on Bovada. This is an easy over for me because I feel like the Packers are putting up 30 points. And the Dallas offense is strong enough, even without CeeDee Lamb, to put up a little bit of points. But this is a blowout for the Packers, and I think this is an easy over. I really do. On Sunday Night Football, I think this goes like Packers 37, Cowboys 20.
Could you see
the
the
way I see it
Packers
playing
just
out.
running the ball and just taking the air out of it?
Ah,
They,
The Packers are not like a big shootout team.
I mean, they would. I
Unless
think
they
I
have
have
to
in my
be,
mind is the
but-
Packers beat the shit out of the Cowboys in the playoffs. I think it was last year.
Yeah.
And the Packers put up like 40 points in Dallas and just fucking smoked them.
Yeah.
And that was when Micah Parsons was
They
on that
could,
defense.
yeah.
This Dallas defense without Micah Parsons completely stinks. Let's just call it like it is.
Yeah.
They got nobody that can cover. They don't have anybody that can rush the passer. They have no linebacker that can step up and stop.
Corners are
They
hurt.
hired
Yeah.
a guy that they're gonna fire. I mean, again, I brought up the guys that got on the chopping block, dude.
Schottenheimer.
And no stand behind him for too long because they're dumb and they need someone to blame.
Well, he
because
won't
they don't want to
question
blame
Jerry.
themselves.
You know, so
they want the coach so you can blame him because we don't have a plan on what the fuck we're doing.
it's like the
Well,
Cardinals.
we have decided that
manager.
we aren't going to be a good football team until
Yeah.
I am dead. Hey, by the way, we have a question from the Finn's Tailgate channel. It says, "Hey boys, just catching the show for the first time. I've been on a heater with a betting strategy. I bet 3 games, pick 2 defense players, 1 from each team, picking over under tackles.
He's doing over under tackles. This dude's a real gambler. First off, cheers.
And
cheers. I've bet over under tackles. I've never bet over under tackles.
Well, no, on one leg. On one leg, dude.
Yeah.
So he knows. Like, because
list off these linebackers and defensive
we
players
always
like
do the
over
2-leg strategy, and that's where I think I'm getting cashed on. It's like not betting the defense and the first red zone touchdown. If you don't do that, you know,
this dude's dedicated if he's picking over under tackles and doing 6-leg parlays on.
And he knows how many legs.
I want a list of defenders. Levante David should be on there.
Oh, he said no, boys, on a 6 leg. He might actually be being real. I thought it was so fucking funny.
I picked 3 games, picked 2 defense.
Yeah, you read that out. Too much going on.
Okay, so it's 3 games and then 3 defensive players, right? So you go like 49ers, Fred Warner, Buccaneers, Levante David, and then say Micah Parsons, Packers. And you bet the over tackles for all those players plus all those teams to win on a 6-leg parlay.
Hey, now.
I think that's what he means.
Yeah.
Right on. I thought he actually meant them to get tackles on 1 leg. And I was like, dude, this is a troll, and I don't mind it because it's actually a creative. I mean, if you're going to write a paragraph, you might as well make it kind of good.
I mean, he's digging deep. He's digging deep for the over-under tackles. That's not one of the bets I even look at odds for.
But
really. I might have done it one time.
Yeah.
In fairness, though, it'd be similar to you making bets on female soccer and crushing it the way you have, because nobody else is gonna look on that and know like what they know about it. Right? Like kind of similar.
You know, I start dating this girl. She has season tickets to the women's soccer team in Kansas City, right? So I start going to the games.
You don't gotta lie, dude. We know you had season tickets before that shit. You just
my expectation is these games won't be that fun. It's a women's sport. I had low expectations. First game I went to was really fun. I did bet on it because that's how I was gonna try to keep myself entertained. Won money. Since then, it's been like probably like 18 months. They win like every single fucking time, dude. There's 17 wins, 2 draws, and 2 losses. And I also end up hitting the exact score bets a lot of times because usually they win 2-0 or 3-0. And so I guarantee you most of my sports bet winnings can be attributed to the Kansas City Current women's soccer team. I wish Bovada could itemize it by like the team you bet on, because I guarantee you that the winnings are over.
But there was a lot that came from one
it's
man.
Over $1,000.
I won quite a bit.
$1,000 in the last 18 months.
Wait, how do you get started though? What really got
approaching $2,000?
What got you up to the big number though? What was that first bet that really made you money? What was
Donald Trump to win the election against Joe Biden?
Hey.
Yeah, and I think that was like minus
That was
200.
your nest egg, huh?
Oh, it was a layup.
I put a large chunk on it because Biden looked like he was going to drop dead. I am not politically, I'm not on one party or the other. I think they both kind of suck. But like it was obvious to me at that point that like Biden was not fit to win an election. Very obvious. So it was like an easy bet. It was an easy bet. It was
you would know the Bovada to bet it. And I remember we were talking about it. And I looked too at the same, like we were both looking at it. And I think Kamala
had better odds than Biden at the time. Which was
she
also
was like
a
plus
sign
200
that the Biden was on his way out,
and he hadn't even dropped out yet. Yeah. But I know I'll win. No, it doesn't matter. I told her we kept the whore and the boar. Out of the
But-
house. It was easy.
Yeah,
Just
since
skip it.
then, I'll take a minute to brag because I just have been on a bit of a heater for the last 16 months. A lot of that was the women's soccer team carried off of the chunk
new
of money I
niche.
won off of Trump.
Don't forget about Diamond.
Yeah, yeah. Don't forget about the Dirty Don.
No, the Dan. The one that does it all.
I gotta say, I'm not impressed. I work with people that watch Fox News. I'm not really impressed with Trump's start to the presidency either. I don't think we're in. I don't
This
think
isn't our
tides have
podcast,
really
man.
turned.
This isn't our podcast.
You want to go that
This
way?
is the stuttering John
No,
with
we're not
politics.
doing this shit. Yeah.
I'm not real impressed by him either.
I think if you can remember any president ever that you're like, man, he killed it. Outside of maybe Obama, just for the
I
way
thought
he
Obama did, but I've heard
But he-
things where he did some
right.
shitty things
So
too.
I'm saying
Yeah.
that never at the time are like, man, he did a great.
Never, he can never do a good job.
Never. You can't
Hey,
ever do great. And
Appreciate
and
the
him,
stock market right now. I don't really care what else he's
Yeah.
doing, but that market keeps going up. So
Okay, big
yeah, I try
investor
to tell
Brad.
Katrina.
No,
I try to
it's
tell
not,
Katrina.
but that's really all that I care about day to
I try to
day.
tell Katrina.
Yeah,
and
it's
she
probably.
set up
I mean, that's probably the
set up-
majority of people, though, Brad. Right? It's just like,
Yeah.
what is he doing for my wallet?
Keep money in
You
my
know?
pocket. Yeah,
Yeah.
what have you done for me lately? It's like a football team.
yeah.
Because when I told Katrina about it, she set up a really cool spot right by that dumpster out in the alley by the garage. She was like, yeah, and it was kind of dope because she was like, hey, if you want to talk about that, you can hang out here. And I don't really think she minded it, but it would have got kind of fucking hot, and the extension cords don't actually reach all the way back to that alley either. So it's kind of
Wi-Fi. Yeah,
yeah, it's kind of it does. It cuts out
yeah.
Ethernet cords, but Dante, white
Yeah.
people.
All
What
right.
else you got, Matey?
Well, I got one more in and out question I wanted to save for the end here.
Uh-oh.
The Chiefs are going to miss the playoffs. Are you in or
Oh.
out?
Ooh.
This is tough.
In.
You're in that they're going to miss the playoffs.
I think they'll be too far back by the time Rashee Rice.
And the
It's okay.
Chargers and the Chargers primarily, but the Broncos also to test them for that. There's only so many spots, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of decent
We might be.
teams in the AFC.
We could beat them this year. I mean,
Well, it could come down to Chiefs Broncos for the final spot. It really is looking.
we play them on
it could
Christmas,
happen.
man. So that is going to
Yeah.
be a great afternoon.
Just if you look at where both teams are kind of at, the Chiefs have done it forever, but the Broncos at least their question marks are mostly.
Oh, nice.
This is a young guy that should get better. Not can we get another 80 catches out of Travis?
Hey, we got our guy from Last
saying.
Second Sports watching too, man. You remember the Niners podcast? I think that I was on maybe last year or whatever. He's in here. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
man.
I hear what you're saying though, Brad. You can see some pieces on the Broncos that are there that could get better, but the Chiefs pieces, even the ones that we know aren't there right now that are coming back, I don't know how much it raises them up. Whereas the Broncos, people like you mentioned, RJ Harvey, and then the receiver Troy Franklin, coming on. Evan Ingram, we haven't seen him do much yet. When we know Sean Payton loves tight
much.
ends.
Is he even on the fucking
Yeah.
team?
But
It played. Yeah.
you see, there's pieces there on the Broncos that can kind of raise their offensive ceiling. The Chiefs only have it's really Xavier Worthy and Rashee Rice coming
Rice,
back.
yeah.
And we've seen the Chiefs with those two players, and they haven't been game breaking, game changing players. Rashee Rice is okay, number one. You'd like to have somebody better than him as your
Pretty
number
good.
one. Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad receiving room when they're healthy, but Pacheco doesn't look the same.
Mhm.
Travis does not look the same.
Yeah, and when it's Pacheco and Kareem Hunt, that's
Yeah,
kind of the
I mean-
thing when you just don't have a back
dude,
that's
and-
a threat to break one at
And the
whatsoever.
worst Kelsey gets, man, it's in the past, because we talked about this shit. Andy Reid doesn't draft receivers good at all. He doesn't. Deshaun Jackson, Tyreek Hill, name another one, and I'll don't worry, I'll wait because it doesn't happen. And he might trade for a couple or whatever, TO,
What
but
about Todd Pinkston?
There you go, man.
James Thrash.
You got me. Fuck, color me wrong. Uh-oh.
Shut her
Your
down.
fucking
We're
phone
done.
out, man. I gotta, oh, no.
Did it go in the beer?
Detroit Pit.
Ah!
The name really threw him for a loop.
Dude, but yeah, I don't I don't think Andy I don't think they have those threats, and now that Travis Kelce isn't the dude that they drafted, because he was one guy that he hit the lotto on, and he's not that anymore either. So it's not that threat that it used to be across the middle, where like if we don't double him, he's gonna pick up, break a tackle, and then maybe run for a fucking touchdown. You know what I mean? Now you're lucky if he catches the ball, and then if he does, he's gonna get tackled. He's not gonna run it like break 3 tackles and barrel through the end zone like Travis Kelce would do.
I feel like Jason can run harder than
They
Travis.
don't have that threat. Oh God, that annoying bastard! I saw him playing the goddamn trumpet last night.
With the thing on his
He was in
nose.
the band. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, dude, what?
You're trying too hard.
Dude, you're way too annoying,
Way
man. Like
too
you're
hard.
not. You want to be your brother apparently way too much, because Travis doesn't even have to try. He plays football and bangs Taylor Swift.
I'll take Jason over Travis on my TV all day long.
I'll take.
I still like Jason a little bit better than.
Yeah, I'll watch Milan.
Jason is trying to be like a late night show host now.
Right.
That's
my thing.
Like,
I'm like, he's trying to be like he wants a Michael Strahan. Like he wants Strahan. He wants to be like the Today Show guy that turned it into a whole thing.
Yeah, that's a good comparison.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I don't know.
Michael Strahan didn't try that hard to be it. I don't remember Strahan ever being like that. Like
he just was always in New York.
Social media wasn't as big then, dude. Social media wasn't as big. Like we see Jason Kelce videos now all the time because they're out there all the time.
Yeah,
I guarantee if Strahan was like that back then, he would. You know what I mean? Because if you watch like the Giants 2008 or whatever it is, America's Game video when they beat the Patriots, he is the main guy that talks throughout it. He's, you know what I mean? You can tell he thinks
he was comfortable with the media. Yeah.
Yeah. And the Kelce brothers are a lot alike, but Jason's like, chill out, dude. You're decent, but calm down. Like, you lost your brother.
All right. Well, that's all the picks. Any other thoughts, Jimmy? You want to brush in on your confidence for the Monday night game, Bengals Broncos? That's not on our list of games to pick. But
no level of confidence in it, man. Who knows? We watched the Daniel fucking Jones.
Little to low. You said little to low.
None. I don't know, dude. Who knows, man? I can't tell you with this fucking team. They don't know how to win. When Hufanga slams a guy onto the damn ground, when you have third down. And then who scored the game-winning touchdown or tying touchdown? Keenan Allen, the guy that got body slammed because he caught the ball. We get him down for a third down. And instead of him just falling to the ground, no. Like what a vet would do, knowing that this dude is an idiot. Hey, I'm going to ease up. The whole game I've run for a first down and try to get extra yards. This time, third down, fourth quarter, I'm going to, we might not get the ball back. No, I'm going to let up everything. Let's see if he slams me. And he fucking did it like a dumbass. Like, dude, and Hufanga's the fucking defense, I guess. You'd be like, man, well, what do you do? Like, you're just trying to tackle someone. Like, you picked him up and like it's so quick, probably.
At that point, you probably just hold him in place, not let him.
Yeah, but you don't know that he's not going to get out and run from that shit. You know what I mean? Because like Mahomes tries that shit. Like when he's tied up and then they blow the whistle and then he bitches that they blow the whistle.
There was a couple of ones against the Giants, though, that they didn't give it to Mahomes. Mahomes did, like, obvious flops out of bounds.
Yeah, okay,
they didn't give it to him, and I was like,
God,
all right.
Thank God. And it's not even to be –
for now, the refs aren't
going to sound like a douche.
Yeah.
To be like, the refs. But, like, there have been –
consistent.
Yeah. So that one sucked because I learned that our team still doesn't know how to win. And I don't know if Vance Joseph is the leader of the defense that's going to teach him. So I think we'll win. If we don't win, I might retire from beers and bets.
At least we get 2 on Monday, right? I know that other one's pretty rough.
Yeah. Maybe it's a 1.5.
Pretty rough there.
Jets and Dolphins. I don't know how excited I'll be to turn that one on.
Yeah, that was worth getting 2 Monday night games. Let's not just put that at noon on a Sunday. This
Yeah.
could be the breakdown of Tyreek Hill, though, dude. This could be it. Because,
Yeah.
like, if they lose that game, dude,
Yeah.
The Chiefs don't want him back. You don't think?
They should.
I don't.
I
It
think
would
they
take a lot to
should.
get him.
He's
I
not
looked
It's
into
risk.
it.
It's risk because he's a fucking
Yeah.
psycho.
I've
It's
looked
a
all
risk
into
maybe
it.
you take because you need him.
Andy Reid could get that dude to play just like he did. Like he did it with, you know what I mean? He was able to
Or at
corral
least
that dude.
a good percentage of what it was 4 years ago.
Yeah, he
No.
never. But
Yeah. All right. Anything
can
else
wrap
before
up
we
there.
sign off? I'm ready to wrap up.
fuck stuttering John. But
Fuck
other than
John.
that, no.
Stuttering John.
Go Bucks.
Fuck John. Thanks for watching Last Second Sports.
Thank
Yeah.
you, everybody.
Dude,
Hey.
I've been on this podcast. Thank you, Andy, for coming out. Wait
Yeah.
to be.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Last Second Sports.
The fam was
Friends,
here. We had
everybody in the
7 people,
comments.
man. We had 7
Right
people.
on.
That's big
All
time.
right. Cheers. We'll be back next week.
See you next week.
Cheers.